Here we've got a forklift hazard, safe movement of people and vehicles, forklifts coming to and from the area. And we've got our current control measures here, and it says all forklift truck drivers have sufficient training and periodic refresher training when deemed necessary by their line manager. Now that's not good enough. It's not good enough. Why? Because not in the law, but in the approved code of practice in relation to forklift trucks. Let's take a look here. We've got the rider operated lift trucks, approved code of practice and guidance. I mean, we really should be aiming to comply with the approved code of practice, shouldn't we? If you remember your NG1 tutorials. What does it say? It says there is no specific time period. Let me zoom in there. There is no specific time period after which you need to provide refresher training or formal assessments. However, you may decide that automatic refresher training or a retest after a set period, for example, 3 to 5 years, is the best way to make sure employees remain competent. Where you adopt this approach, you will still need to monitor performance, right, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so essentially, it's almost a legal requirement here to carry out a formal reassessment or just automatic refresher training or retest. So what we need to do then, and there doesn't seem to be, if we look, I mean, it does say there is no specific time period, but it does kind of imply that we do need to provide refresher training or a formal assessment on a regular basis, and we kind of get some room to decide what that is. But if we look again at how this is phrased, it just says refresher training when deemed necessary. There's no formal assessment or retest or training of any kind. It's just when the manager thinks it's necessary. And that led to the delegate failing. It's not good enough. It's not according to the standard. So all we would have to do in that case is provide a formal retest of all FLT drivers every 3 years and provide refresher training if the test results warrant it. Or you could just provide refresher training automatically every 3 years, which is what most organizations do. Remember to put in your deadlines, which could be 1 month maybe, and maybe then a training manager or an ops manager or whoever is the most appropriate person. There we are. Make sure your risk assessment brings you into legal compliance, and that means you're going to have to do a little bit of work and research at all the relevant legislation. All of this is in your course materials to find what legal requirements apply for those particular hazards.